What's up with y'all, man? What's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy Tom K Tech. I'm back on another video. If I get to it, man, AGT, the word of God. If I got to turn on God's open doors and pay away for all the wonderful people in Jesus' name. Pretty much today's video. I'm gonna start something else on this channel, man. Uh, y'all know I always give glory to God every day, every video I put out, man. Because if I was God, I would not be rapping to y'all, man. So just a little nugget for y'all, man. Shout out to CJ Stroud for this too, though, because CJ Stroud always shout out the Lord before he talks about anything about his football team or anything. He shouts out the Lord and everything. So shout out to the Lord. But give y'all a quick verse of the day, man. I know some people might want to skip to the actual content. That's fine, but a quick verse for y'all, man. Matthew 6 verse 14 says, For if you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. So, man, I know people backstab us sometimes. People do us dirty. We do people dirty. We human. We make mistakes. We're not perfect. We're the only good one is God. You know what I'm saying? So we all are wicked in some type of image. We all do things wrong. We all sin. So when someone sins against you, when opposite, when you sin against them, hope they forgive you and hope you forgive them so the Heavenly Father will forgive you. So that's just a quick little nugget for today. But y'all want to get to the 130 mark? Let's get right to the content. All right, so this is why Eric Bienemy will not be the head coach in 2024. Why he's not worthy of being the head coach. He's going to go with the rest of them. Here's why. Shout out to Kevin Brown. That's my guy. He's in a lot of the Facebook groups for the Commanders. On all the Redskin Commanders Facebook groups. He's my guy. He's someone I do respect a lot, but I disagree with him. So here's why though. So when we hired Eric Bienemy, a lot of us were excited, right? You saw what Kansas City did. They were averaging 30 points a game. They had Patrick Mahomes, though, given. They were averaging 30 points a game. They were doing it for Tyreek Hill. They won Super Bowls. Did all this stuff. He bought all this pedigree and all this good stuff, right? But my thing about it is, give me a second. The thing about Eric Bienemy is, right, he had brought all this pedigree, all this winning, all that. That's shots to the background right here. But yeah, he did all this winning, all that, right? He did all that good stuff. He was winning, he was lit. Everyone's going crazy for Eric. Eric should be a head coach. Woody woo. He gets it. We all excited. Yeah. Like, and it's like it's his show. Ron gives him all the power, all the time. You do the heck you want to do. He yelling at practice. We love the energy. I went to training camp. I love the energy EB brought. I saw some creativity in practice, stuff like that. But we got the game one. I was like, okay, play call was a little iffy. I wasn't a big fan of it. Week two, I liked the play calling. They knew the Denver Broncos was going to blitz. He called screens. He called things like that to get the ball out of Howell's hands a little faster. And the offensive line didn't play bad in that game either. They overall weren't terrible. We scored 35 points. That's what you want to see from him. The next week, the play calling was trash. I'm going to call it what it is. The whole offense was trash. They executed bad. Play calling was bad. Everything was bad. I'm going to call it what it is. Week 4, he bounced back. Heck of a game he called that game. Still fought. That's the most balanced I seen him all year. Was week 4 versus the Eagles. We ran the ball like 30 times. We threw the ball like 40 times. We had 70 plays. It was good balance, a running pass. That's what I was looking for from Eric Bienemy. If he gave us that game, every game with play calling balance-wise, I would be much more advocate of him being the head coach here. But he has not done that. But that was a good game he called. Week 5 versus the Bears. Not a good first half, executing or play calling. Second half, bounce back, did some good things. Shout out to Eric for that. Week 6 versus the Falcons. Excellent game plan in the first 15. Mwah! That was masterful. 17 points in the first 15 plays. Excellent. Jameson Crowder did help with the punt return, though. So shout out to JCI. JCIs. Nothing's colder than ice. JCIs. Shout out to Jameson Crowder for the punt return to help out with that second drive to get the touchdown. But nonetheless, and then the first drive of the second half, hit B-Rob for the TD. You know what I'm saying? It was some good play calling. I ain't going to hold you. Got Terry involved early and often. That's what we was looking for. Those are the games that I need from Airbnb every week. Week 7, disappointment. Got Terry involved though. One thing he did do, took forever, but eventually got Terry involved. Eventually got Terry involved. But it wasn't good enough overall. The offense was not good enough. It just wasn't good. Week 8, nice bounce back week from EB. Got Terry 12 targets. Terry did not take advantage of those 12 targets, unfortunately. But got the 12 targets from Terry. He got Han involved. Han was scoring touchdowns. Everything was good. He was beating man coverage. He had man beaters ready for it in the playbook. He called a masterful game. Did one Eric Bienemy, except for one blunder. He had one blunder. 14-3, Eagles 35-yard line. You got 4th and 1, and you decide to call a pass. And this is going to be a trend that continues. So, week 9, decently play call game. Sam gave him a huge assistance on 3rd and 23. 3rd and 22, running for 24 yards. Right? But nonetheless, here we go. I'm a little tired here. But good play, good call game from EB. It was solid. It was solid play calling from Eric Bienemy in that game. I was quite impressed with the amount of balance running the football, passing the ball. Sam had the boneheaded pick in the end zone. Sam throws some boneheaded interceptions, and it does hurt Eric Bienemy. And don't get it wrong. I'll get the pros and cons in a minute and things of why you want Eric to continue to be the guy here, is even the offensive coordinator here, but also cons of why he shouldn't and why he shouldn't. But we'll get to that. So back to the point. Decently called game. Can't fumble there if you're a B-Rob in your own territory. Heck of a football play by that linebacker for the Patriots. Can't throw the pick in the end zone before half. You have a guaranteed field goal at least if you're Sam Howell. You can't throw that ball to the Kyle Duggar. You just can't do it. But nonetheless, heck of a call game. Wide receivers are too close to each other in these routes. Too many guys are in the immediate area of each other. I feel that's also kind of weird. But next game, week 10 versus do we play the Giants next week? Is that the Giants game? Yeah. Not a bad call game per se, but the offense did no favor with 6 turnovers. I'm going to absolve Eric Bienemy for that game. That's the one game I will absolve Eric Bienemy. So all y'all say I'm an EB hater and all EB, oh, why you hate EB? You just talking. I'm going to absolve Eric Bienemy for that game. He gets a pass. I'll leave him alone. Week 11, however, week 10 was the Seattle game. So he actually called a decent game in that game too. But also, Sam was great off script. Gotta give Sam that. Sam was great off script. The first touchdown to B-Rob, they got a nice connection. I like the connection him and Brian Robinson had together. That's why Howell needs to be the guy for one more season. I want that same connection with him and Terry McLaurin, but none of my business. He has a really good connection with Brian Robinson. And scramble drills, he's really good at those. And that was a heck of a play by B-Rob. And at one point, B-Rob was the offense. But in the fourth quarter, Eric called a great game in the fourth quarter. Like, I got to give him credit. Like, masterful game in the fourth quarter. The first half, after a while, got a little stale. But in the fourth quarter, he was masterful. Getting Gibson in space, getting Terry involved. I think Jahan got involved in that game, I think. Diami had the game time touchdown. Don't say getting Diami involved. I think it gets Diami a little too involved. But none of my business. I'll get to that in the cons and pros in a second. Week 11 is the game he gets the pass from. So week 10, if I would give a grade for that, I'd give it a B. It was a solid game. It wasn't terrible. It was actually pretty decent. Week 11, he gets a pass. Gets a pass. I'm going to let that slide. He gets a pass. Week 12, however, That was garbage. 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 Garbaggio. Trash. Basura. Terrible. What the was that? Every 4th and 1 he decides to throw the ball. Bro, get the 1 yard, bro. It's 1 effing yard, bro. And you know the offensive line is trash. And I'm like you said, but you can't attack EB because the line ain't good. He knows the line ain't good, but you still drop this dude back like he's supposed to sit there and throw the ball all day. What the freak, bro? But y'all expect us to criticize him, though? Oh, because we got the same skin tone, huh? We both black, huh? No! 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 He gets the same smoke as anyone else. I gave Scott Turner smoke. He gets smoke, too. And he came from Andy Reid. So you get more smoke. If it would be try to give Eric a pass and say, oh, this is first time having the running the show, he says, I've been doing it for 6 years. So guess what? You gonna get this 6-year treatment, my nigga. You gonna get the same 6-year treatment, my guy. So I'm digging you like I'm digging to a 6-year offensive coordinator. Since it's your first rodeo running the show, right? Yeah, we're going to dig in you like a 6-year offensive coordinator. So we're going to go ahead. It's great every game. Week 1, I'm going to give it a C+. Not bad, decent. Week 2, A. Masterful game. Good job, EB. Week 3, get a big fat F, period. Sam didn't do no favor with the 4 turnovers, but he did not run the ball enough. That's why he gets an F. B-Rob was averaging 7 yards a carry, and he refused to give B-Rob the football. He gets a big, fat F. F, F, F. No. F. Next. Otherwise, if B-Rob was averaging 1.5 yards a carry, wouldn't run the ball well, I would probably give him a pass for that game too. But no passes there. Big fat F for the Bills game. Eagles, A. So far I got a C+, I got an A, I got an F, I got an A. So, not bad. 2 A's, C+, got an F in there, but whatever. 5. Terrible first half. Bounce back in the second half a little bit. I'm going to give that one a C-. A little below average for me for Eric Bienemy in a Week 5 performance. Week 6 versus the Falcons. Good first half. Second half a little shaky. I'm going to give that one a B-. Decent. Week 7 versus the Giants. Big, fat F. Sorry. 7 points versus one of the most mediocre defenses in the league. I'm giving you an F. Sorry. Sam didn't do him some favors. Sam was not great in that game either. But he wasn't great either. He got Terry McLaurin involved way too late. Way too late. I think one of these other games, Jahan dropped the ball, but I'm not going to tag Jahan, bro. I'm not doing that. I've already attacked Jahan enough this year. I'm going to leave Jahan alone today. I'm not going to do that. But that didn't cost the game. We could have been got something going, but we just chose not to. The Giants scored 14 points, and the fact they beat us by 14 because we couldn't do nothing offensively to save our freaking life. But none of my business. Let's get back to the grading. So far, I got C+ for week 1. We got A for week 2, F for week 3, A for week 4. I think C- for week 5. Week 6, I gave him a B-. Week 7 is a big fat F. Week 8, A. Another A performance. No. A-. I got to dock you for that 4th and 1, bro. I got to dock you for that. You can't do that. You can't do that. A-. Week 9. B+. Solid call game from BB. Week 10. Another. Give him a B. Because during the middle of the game, it was a little shaky. But the fourth quarter was masterful. So, B. Week 11, pass. Gets a pass. Week 12, another big fat F. So we're gonna grade him. We're gonna grade him on the curve here. So I said C plus. So I said 70. Shoot. We're gonna do this live, recording the video. 90. Gave it F. So 50. Week 5, I gave him a C minus. So I'm saying 70. Week 6, I gave him a B minus. I'm saying. Week 7 was a big fat F. So week 8, another A. So week 8, week 9, I gave him a B, right? B? Yeah, B. So, 10. Got another B from me. So another B. Another B. Week 11, he has a pass. So we're not going to grade him for that game at all. 6 turnovers. It's hard to grade an offensive coordinator when it's 6 turnovers that occur in the game. That's very difficult. I'm gonna give him incomplete. I mean, that's fair. He just gets the pass. In week 12, he gets an F. So for the incomplete, yeah, incomplete. So overall, his grade as an offensive coordinator for me is a 67.5. A 67.5 to me is a D. That's not good enough. And I graded every single game from Eric Bienemy. Every single game from one Eric Bienemy. And I came up with a 67.5 grade. In grade school, in high school, that's a D+. To me, you failed. So Eric Bienemy has failed in his last attempt as a head coach. He will not be the head coach here in 2024. He might get a head coaching job in Carolina or something. But I warn you, Carolina Panthers fans, he's going to throw the ball 50 times a week. So be ready for that. And he doesn't preach balance. So let's get the pros and cons before I get out of here. So overall grade, y'all heard the grades I gave him throughout the weeks, through weeks 1 through 12. And also, you have also heard my overall grade, which is 67.58, which is a B+. Pros with Eric Bienemy now. Let's get the pros and cons. Pros. He has helped the development of Sam Howell as a passer. When you're getting that many reps throwing the football, you're going to improve in certain areas. Period. Sam Howell has like 515 pass attempts, some crazy, stupid number like that. So, number one, he has helped the development of Sam Howell of just pure unadulterated repetition. Number one. Number two, when he is balanced with play calling, the offense is very explosive and volatile. Key word, when the offense is balanced. That's the key word, balanced. Number 3, and final pro for Eric Bienemy. These running backs are having a heck of a year. Brian Robinson looks like a top 10 running back. When he's not getting the ball as a running back, as a ball carrier, he's been great in the passing game. And the same with Antonio Gibson, he's been great in the passing game. He's actually been an okay runner. So they have a really good year under Eric Bienemy. So those are my 3 pros for Eric Bienemy. Cons. He lacks offensive balance. He doesn't run the ball enough. Number 2. Who are we? Who are we as a football team? Who are we? Who are we in offense? Do we want to be the smash mouth? Because against the Giants, they ran the ball a ton. We made like 170 rushing yards versus the Giants, something like that. Who are we? Are we this drop back 50 times, light him up with Sam? Or are we this smash mouth, go play action fake? And he refused to go play action fake off the success of the run game. Makes zero sense to me. No sense. None. But y'all want me to be like, oh man, Tone, you bugging. Tone, you bugging. I'm not bugging. I'm calling what it is. So lacks offensive balance. Who the heck are we? Terry and Jahan are having down years. Terry's having his worst year of his career. It could be the turf toe. I have a truth about Terry McLaurin video dropping tomorrow, so y'all can get all the reasons about Terry McLaurin's struggles this year. But he dropped more passes than ever. He's not going to get the 50-50 balls like he was at first. Sometimes he gets on 50-50 ones, but sometimes this year they have not gone his way. It used to be 80-20 with Terry. Now it's more like 60-40 now this year. So that's a little iffy for Terry. Jahan, like, he gets just completely absorbed in the offense, completely like invisible. We had a game we had one target. We had 2 games we had goose eggs. That's on the coordinator. That's on the coordinator. Like, it be games where I see Brandon Powell for the Vikings get more targets than Jahan Dotson in 2 weeks. That's ridiculous. The Vikings have a more functional offense overall this year without Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins than we had with our full complement of players. At times. I'm going to repeat that one more time for you so you understand where I'm coming from. The Vikings offense sometimes looks more competent without their starting quarterback and star wide receiver with us with our full complement of players. Coaching matters. And my final con for Eric Bienemy, he does not adjust to his personnel. Early in the season, especially early in the season, Logan Thomas was getting way too many targets. Cole Turner gets no burn, which makes no sense. He's the most athletic tight end out of all of them. Terry McLaurin was lacking targets, still is, but was lacking a lot more early in the season. That made no sense. And I said Jahan Dotson gets completely wiped out the offense. Curtis Samuel's been very productive this year for most of the season. Curtis Samuel's been one constant. He finds a way to get Curtis the ball, but can't get Terry the ball. My final con. He doesn't evolve. So he doesn't use bunches and stacks to get people open. You have to do that in today's National Football League. Especially when you're playing teams that play press coverage like the Cowboys, like the Seahawks. The Seahawks were pressuring our guys at the line of scrimmage and got physical, and these guys could not get open, especially Jahan. Jahan got out physical the whole 60 minutes. Call it what it is. Love Jahan Dotson, but that's facts. He struggled. When you got smaller receivers that struggle with physicality, you need to use bunches and stacks in order to get these guys open, and he refuses to do that. So that is my reasons why that Eric Bienemy cannot be a head coach on this specific team. He probably will not be a head coach on any other team. But I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did hire him. I wish EB nothing but the best, though. I'm not saying EB is a terrible play caller per se. EB is trash, but EB is not who I thought he would be coming out of Kansas City. He has really, I had very high expectations for Eric Bienemy. And he's not met those. Maybe I could have tempered him down a little bit, maybe. But when you try to temper him down and then he says, oh, I've been doing it for 6 years, I can't temper down the expectations anymore. Not to attack you. And now I'm straight in attack mode on you. Sorry, not sorry. EB does not need to be on the Washington Command staff next year. Sorry, not sorry. Unapologetically. No offense. Wish EB the best. I think he could be a really good offensive coordinator, but he'll never be what his predecessor, Andy Reid, is. Sorry. But like, comment, subscribe, comment your thoughts. And I'll kill this one, man. EB, bye-bye.